A dermatologist and a cosmetologist at Heritage Hospital, Surat. And today I'll be talking about can skincare or the products which are available for the skincare for the babies can also cause irritation or not. Okay. So briefly about me, pehle that I've done my MBBS and I've done my MD from Bharati Vidyapeeth University, Pune. I am also a certified cosmetologist. I am a fellow in cosmetology and cosmetic surgery. The degree is from IIM Institute, Pune. And now that is the that is a brief about me. And now today I'll be discussing about the topic. Okay, so before I dive into the main topic, I want to tell you about the skin of a newborn or a baby. And it is very different. The molecular level and the cellular level is the same as that of adult, but the development, because it has not happened, it's a very fresh start. If you especially for a newborn, there is a sudden shift from an intrauterine life to a new world. So there is decreased immunity, the immunity of the child is not developed. Then there is no barrier whatsoever, skin barrier is not perfectly formed. So that's why whatever we apply on the skin might irritate the skin even more. Okay, there is decreased level of lipids in the skin, so they have a tendency to dry out very fast. There is decreased sebum level. Okay, and there is decrease in the amount of water level. That is again because the barrier of the skin is not formed. Eventually it forms with age, but initially it is not very proper as that of adult. So that's why there is increased transepidermal water loss. So whatever moisture that should be retained in the body or in the skin is not retained, and it is easily evaporated in the environment. Okay, so these are the factors that we have to keep in mind. That's why the products that are made for newborn or children or in toddlers is different from that of adults. Okay, so now there are three key factors or three most important things when we are keeping in mind, especially the skincare part. Is first is using a very mild cleanser. So the cleanser should be pH balanced. Okay, so anything which is too acidic or too alkaline in nature will irritate the skin. It can cause rashes, redness, and dryness of the skin. So it is important to use a very mild cleanser which is suited for the baby skin and it is pH balanced. Okay. Second point is maintain adequate hydration, or the humidity should be proper. Okay, especially nowadays because every one of us are living in a urban this thing, and there is AC air conditioning everywhere which tends to dry out the skin even more. So hydration is again important, otherwise it will dry out the skin of the baby especially. Okay, and the third point is avoiding things which has fragrance or color in them because it might irritate the skin. Okay, now baby skin has not developed, yes, that is one of the point, but then they have increased folds. Okay, so they have neck folds, so every moisture retains here. The groin area, especially if a baby is wearing diaper, so they can have more irritation because of the humidity increase. They are passing urine and there is all the time there is wetness, so that might increase the chances of infection. Okay, so keep the area where there is chances of moisture retention, keep it open, keep it dry. You can use powders, you can use talcum powders which is available for the baby use, or you can use fungal talcum powders if your dermatologist has prescribed. Okay, for a short period of time, and then again you can shift back to your regular powders. Okay, now for the cleanser, I'll start from the begin. So cleanser is the most important thing, especially in a newborn if you are using. So there are two types of concept. In India, we follow जहाँ पे बच्चों को रोज नहलाया जाता है, which is not wrong also. Looking at the conditions, looking at the dirt, dust, looking at our living condition, it is okay that you are bathing the child every day. But then if you are doing that, please use a mild soap or a body wash which is pH balanced again. Okay, don't use water which is very cold or very hot. Okay, don't give your baby hot water baths. Use a lukewarm water. Okay, so hot water or cold water will dry out the skin even faster. Okay, so that is also one of the points that you have to keep in mind, that you are using a lukewarm water. Don't delay or don't longify the duration of the bath. Keep it short so that the lipid, which is the excess lipid, is not washed out from the body. Okay, keeping that also in mind, then coming out of the bath, use a moisturizer always, whether it is dry, whether it is summer outside, even if it is winters, if it is humid, whatever the skin condition of the weather is, or wherever you are living, you have to apply moisturizer. If it is too humid, if it is too hot, use a lighter moisturizer. Usually the baby moisturizers are free from fragrance, are usually white in color. They have so they have lighter texture also, so that it is easily absorbed into the skin. So if you're using products which have fragrance in them, or if they are different in color, like pink lotions or red lotions or whatever it has color, please try and avoid those, because these might cause irritation. It is called contact dermatitis. Okay, so these might lead to irritation on the body, or might cause redness and rashes. Okay, so use lotions which are very simple, basic, no, they have no fragrance. Usually they contain vegetable oils, almond oil ho gaya, coconut oil ho gaya. Okay, then they have lanolin, they have wax in them, paraffin in them. These are safe to use. But if you feel that applying lotion are leading to small bumps, please stop using it for a few days and then again try and use it. If you still experience the same thing, you need to change your lotion. Okay, so these bumps, these happens because some lotions are thick in consistency, or they might contain olive oil especially, or few of the oils, castor oils for say. So these have occluding properties, so these occlude all the sweat gland opening, which cause bumpiness, or in dermatology it is called miliaria. Okay, so if you are experiencing this, you need to change the brand or need to change the formulation of the body lotion that you are using. Okay, hair care, again, shampoos that you are using should not be very harsh, should be very mild. Usually it is mentioned on the pack itself that it is for the baby use, these are tearless, these are safe to use. Okay, if you feel that you see crusting or flakiness or dandruff on the scalp of the baby, you need to see a dermatologist. It is called seborrheic dermatitis. It is very common in babies. So then you might have to use antifungal shampoos for few days, and then you can return back to your own the shampoo that you were using. Okay, now most important point is massage. ओके जो कि अपने यहाँ सब जगह करते हैं. इट इज़ वेरी कॉमन इन इंडियन कल्चर कि बच्चों को मसाज किया जाए, स्पेशली इन द फर्स्ट 1 year till 1 year of age. So if you are using oil, please use coconut oil. Simple coconut oil is the best way to go. Avoid sarson ka tel because it can cause irritation. It is the most common oil which causes irritation on the body of the baby. Okay. Secondly, coconut oil and castor oil. These are very thick in nature. That's why these have highest occluding property. So use coconut oil, freshly made, cold press oils. These are mineral oil, vegetable oil. These are safe to use. Okay, don't mix anything curry patta or whatever घर का जो भी होता है. Don't keep it very simple and very light. These have excellent hydrating properties, excellent, especially for winters when you can't keep lathering body lotion again and again. Use oils before bath, keep the bath short, and afterwards again moisturize at least once in the morning and once the baby when you're putting him or her to the bed. Okay, so these are the basics. Now I'll start with the questions. So one of the questions that has popped in is what products are safe to use on my newborn skin. So all the products that are usually available in the market are safe because they mention it is for the baby use. But there are few products जिनको स्पेशली अपन को माइंड में रखना है. वन ऑफ देम इज सनस्क्रीन्स. सो इफ योर बेबी इज स्मॉलर देन 2 years of age, please avoid sunscreens which have chemical sunscreens basically. So use sunscreens which have zinc oxide or physical based sunscreens, titanium oxide, zinc oxide. These are safer to use because the molecule is so big that it doesn't penetrate into the skin. Chemical sunscreens should not be used in babies, especially babies below 2 years of age. You can use them later. Okay. Lip balms, unnecessary. Don't use. You can use lip balms which have only wax or are made of organic products. Don't use lip balms which have fragrance or color in them. Okay. So use which are white in color. They have basic mineral oils or coconut based oils, or you can use ghee, or you can use simple lanolin wax is also excellent for hydrating the lips. But restrict the use of such products which is not actually important in your daily in the baby's daily skincare routine, because it might unnecessarily cause irritation. Okay. My 2-year-old tend to develop redness on the skin when exposed to the heat, even after. Yes, again, because their skin is not developed properly, because the barrier function of the skin is not working as of now. So that's why any irritation or any irritant, sorry, whether it be dust or perfumes or chemicals or the products or even heat, can cause redness and can cause irritation on the baby's skin. It is simply because of the loss of barrier function. So that's why it is important to use sunscreen even in the kids, especially if they have just started to go out to the school or they are going to the play area or the parks. Please apply sunscreen, but use a physical sunscreen. If you don't have any idea about the brands, contact your dermatologist or you can ask me. I'll suggest you sunscreens which are safe for the children. Okay. Now, few of the points which you have to keep in mind is the three basic points I started with. So using a mild cleanser, keeping the hydration in check, and moisturizing the skin. These are the basic factors. Other than that, you have to take care of the parts which are friction prone. So the thigh area or the area, diaper area, the underarms, neck area, these should be cleaned, should be dry, because these might lead to infections. Okay. The other question is, my 1-year-old gets dry skin every time I use baby powder on her skin, especially in the diaper area. So how can I manage it? So if you feel that every time you put powder, you don't need to put powder every day. It is a myth that you need to put powder, especially in the diaper area. If you feel it is causing dryness and irritation, avoid that powder. You can always change the brand and you can see the difference. If still it is happening, you can simply chuck out powder from your routine. It is not a problem. Only thing is you have to keep your, if they are wearing diapers, please change the diaper every 3 to 4 hours, whether it is full or not. Okay. And between the diaper change, let the skin breathe, let it be open for few minutes, let it air dry, and then you can change the diaper. So before you change the diaper, you can always use diaper rash cream. Okay, so these are usually zinc oxide is there in the diaper rash cream, which is very safe to use on a baby's skin. So you can use that instead of using a powder, or you can always moisturize the diaper area as well, and then you can put the powder. That is also one of the ways that you can go about. Okay. So this is the basic about the skincare. Other than that, the products which are unnecessary, don't use perfumes on the baby, whether it says it is meant for the baby. Don't use colognes. There are many brands which are available in the market which say it is a baby cologne, but don't use it. They don't need it. Baby, they don't sweat profusely. Even if they do, it doesn't have odor. Okay. So you don't need to use perfume, you don't need to use colognes on the baby. Use detergent, is also, use of detergent is also important. Okay. If you're washing their clothes in the detergent, please use detergent which is meant for baby clothes, or if you're using a regular detergent, that is also fine, but make sure that the detergent or the soap has come out of the clothes. Wash it thoroughly, air dry it, iron it, and then you can use the cloth. Okay. How would I know whether the product is suitable for my child or not? Okay, so as I've told you in the past, usually these products are very safe. Whatever products are available in the market, be it my I usually prescribe, or suppose Himalaya, or whatever brands are available in the market, are usually safe. But then if you feel that you've been applying it for a few days and if you see redness or irritation, that might the most common cause of it is usually the skincare product. So stop it for few days, and then let the rash and the allergy subside, and then you can start it again and again. If you notice the same problem, it is because of the product. So you need to consult your dermatologist and ask them what is to be done, what products are safe, which products are pH balanced, and accordingly you need to use them. Okay. So these are the few basic points. Other than that, you can keep asking me questions. You can keep dropping me links, or you can drop questions in my chat box. I'll keep answering them. Other than that, I don't think there are many points for skincare products. So irritation is the only thing, and that is again because of the immunity. So sometimes it might subside with age, but then if you feel that the redness and the irritation is more, please consult a dermatologist. They'll give the baby medication that is also safe during that period of time, but it is usually for the shorter time. Okay. So the takeaway message would be, keep it simple, keep the skin hydrated and moisturize. Don't use products which are which have fragrance or color in them, and use products which are safe for your child's and according to the pH. Do not take long baths, and do not take baths which is very using hot water, very hot water, or very cold water. Okay, so these are the few basics. And do not use oils which have again which are very pungent in nature. So sarson ka tel, olive oil, castor oil, please avoid these three. Stick to the basic coconut oil, or a mineral oil, or a vegetable oil which is usually available in the house. Okay, you don't need to go for राई का तेल और ये तेल और वो तेल, ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना है. Simple coconut oil is the best way to go. Okay, so these are the few points. If you have any more questions, please ask. And it was lovely talking to all of you. Thank you.